Atlanta Cast Network.
Yo, y'all already know what it is. We are back at it. This is the Atlanta Carcast. Happy 9/11. Wait, is that a thing?
Happy?
Anyway,
No.
it is 9/11, but yeah. I go by the name of Mr. To this side of me is the purple one. She is back. The queen of all things ACN, the queen of all things Atlanta Carcast, the purple one, Miss TJ. Also can be found at www.tjx.com for your all things, everything needs, whatever you want. She got it. Above her is Eddie Rain Jr., Mr. Skip of Skip's Trophies and more. We're going to get to that later. But the season is not over, so please get your orders in right now for all your trophy needs, all your plaque needs, all your plate needs, all your wood needs, all your metal needs,
all your wood needs,
water,
keep it moving,
earth, wind, fire, all the elements needs. He does it. In the middle, the Qwueen Kong, South Carolina representing. Also, get your merch orders in for her, all her merch, all her t-shirts, all her branding that she has available. And breaking news, we have a new addition to the Atlanta Carcast family. D Lane, the insurance man, is now of Atlanta Carcast. Can y'all clap for that? Y'all clapping in the comments. So D Lane is also a Georgia representative.
I love
everybody
you.
Thinks
You
he's
don't have to like me.
So real quick, before we go through how was our week, real quick, we're gonna pass it straight to you, Mr. Lane, and just give a quick introduction. Don't be long-winded like Skip, but yeah, go ahead.
Hey, I'm Dante Lane, the insurance man. I'm here based out of LaGrange, Georgia. My thing on the audio scene is I have an audio bill, and I just like to hang out and have fun, and that's me. And wherever you are, that's where I can be too. So invite me out.
So as we continue to grow. As we continue to grow this platform, we want to cover every aspect of this car culture. So, we got people that represent audio, people that represent judging, hosting. Now we have insurance added. He's also in the car audio world. We a lot of us are competing, have competed. So a lot of wealth of knowledge. And if I think we add up all of these years of experience, it's quite a bit. Quite a bit. Anyway, Miss TJ, how was your week?
My week was good. It has gone by very quickly. I'm really happy to be here, but I want to read a little something. Today we remember 9/11 was a day that changed us forever, but also showed the strength, unity, and resilience of a nation. We honor the lives lost, the heroes who rose, and the families who carry on. We must never forget September 11th. That was wow, a day. I remember it like it was yesterday. And I always say that I'm grateful to be here. I want to tell everybody I love them, and I want to give a super shout out to all of the EMTs and first responders in our lives. We know a lot of them. And on Instagram, Tracy is in the comments. So thank you for what you do. I know she retired recently, but thank you for what you do. Thank you for all of you guys for what you do. It's a dangerous job. I can't imagine the PTSD you must have. And we appreciate you guys for risking your lives every day to help people who are in need. So just wanted to say that.
Thank you.
Tough gig.
Thank you.
Mr. Skip.
Hey man, my week was fantabulous. We're gonna talk about it a little later, but I have no complaints and I'm truly grateful.
AKA Eddie Rain Jr. We're gonna get to it though. Qwueen.
Eddie Rain.
Yo.
Let me put all of them on since you want to say something. You see I got enough fingers for all of them.
So my weekend was good. I might have went to a show on a Sunday, which I
had to be there.
Never do. Y'all know me. I don't do no Sunday shows, but it was a very special show So had to do this Sunday show. So that means Monday I was dragging. Like I'm just now recovering. For real, seriously, no lie. But that's cool though, because I had a good time. I had a great time. So that's about it. We'll get into the show later.
All right.
All right. And our newcomer, D-Lang, how was your week?
Oh, my week went well. I thought I went. I don't know why. I must have been talking to myself at some point. My week went well. It was a pretty good week. Figured out some things to progress and things I'm doing on outside of the audio car world. And then as well as I crunked my truck up today and realized I'm gonna actually be able to go to a show this weekend with it. So I was pretty excited.
Uh-oh. There we go.
Okay.
For sure. Me, same old. Week did go fast, in the words of Miss TJ. And yesterday was a very, very, very somber day. So shouts out to the family of Mr. Kirk. I may not agree with him, but rest in peace. Nobody deserves that for sure. We do not condone any of that. But the top of the show is going to be a little different. Can we dive just a little bit into, before we get to the good, bad, and ugly, we're going to talk about freedom of speech just for a little bit. So after the things of yesterday, has your outlook on freedom of speech changed now? Now, let me preface that as far as the car world. This is a real delicate community where, do we really have freedom of speech? Can we really call your shit trash? Should we call your shit trash? Do we have the right to call your shit trash? Miss TJ, what say you?
Ooh, I really just be saying it. People be mad. I do. I called a Camaro a go-kart last week. So if
they got hot.
Don't
like,
get
wait a minute.
I'm just saying.
They're calling them bans on TikTok. Do y'all know what that is?
Yeah.
Calling what bands? Black ass
They
niggas?
calling people. They calling people bans on TikTok. And Miss TJ uses
ass
that
niggas.
word periodically. They call them bitch ass niggas.
The other word. Okay.
They call them bans. So if you hear
I
somebody
call them hands. I'll start off calling them hands.
Hating ass. Okay, that's good.
No,
too.
hoe ass.
Hoe ass.
Oh,
Not
all of the above.
hoe ass.
All of the above. All of the above.
I like this show.
All right. Were you done, Miss TJ?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Skip, same question. Has your outlook on freedom of speech changed now when it comes to car culture after yesterday's events?
No. And the reason being is, if I say something negative or it bothers somebody, it's just that. That man made a career. He made millions off of antagonizing people, pitting race against race, party against party. His opinion is his. He has every right. A lot of the stuff that he debates about what he knows and what he believes, and you can't make him be wrong about what he believes. But he was constantly antagonizing people. Not that he deserved it, not saying that, but I don't think so. You keep pushing people's buttons, they're going to get you. Somebody's somewhere. So it was a crazy that did it. We all know that. But, sorry that it happened that way, or it happened because he shouldn't have died. But, I don't think it didn't change my outlook on it, because I don't go around intentionally hurting a race of people or a bunch of people. It might be somebody say something out of the way, I say something back. We go about our business. Next time I see him, we throw the deuces, we speak, we gone. Hopefully I don't have nobody that hates me that much, because I don't do, in my opinion, I don't do that much to garner that type of attention. You know what I mean? But you never know.
Okay.
You're opinionated, Skip. Somebody don't like you.
Of course, there's a lot of
And
people
I'm opinionated as well. So
now, real quick, I know it's people that don't like me. I know people that have told our mutual friends they don't like me. Guess what I do when I see them? I walk up to them in a group of people and shake their hand. How you doing, man? All right, everybody, and walk off.
I've seen them do it.
It ain't me, I'm poking the bear, yes, but stand on what you say, because if you don't like me, you wouldn't have shook my hand. You just talking.
I cannot like you and respect you.
You're right. Yeah. But it's a reason.
You gotta kill him with kindness, though. You gotta kill him with kindness for sure. But I do believe we live in a landscape, and I was on the TikTok live this morning where I think society has shifted to more speakers and less listeners. Back in the
Facts.
70s and the 80s, it was more listeners and less speakers. You
All
can't have it
you
both ways.
all you BANs, all y'all bands think y'all are experts.
Everybody has a voice now.
But when you get certain people of a certain type of person in a position of power, and he says what the masses that normally wouldn't have spoken say or think, then that gives everybody the platform. I can say it now. I can walk around now. I can do this, and I can poke my chest out because he did it, or because she did it, or because they did it. So people are being empowered now by those same people that you're talking about, Mark. The ones that normally wouldn't have said nothing.
That's $1. That's $1, Skip. Every time you call me Mark, you gotta pay $1.
Man, please.
Rules.
You'll be rich before the show with then, because
Ain't it for real? Mark.
Oh, that's $2. That's $2 right there.
I
Okay.
said, Mister.
Oh, okay. No,
The
that's
hell?
what she said.
Name middle,
She said.
That was me.
Mr. Middle
Queen,
name
come. All
period.
right, we're passing it to you. So,
Last
has your
name.
outlook on freedom of speech changed? You know, we got a lot of people that are very opinionated in our culture. So, are we thinking before we kind of say something now, or are we kind of watching how we? She's like, hell no.
No, because I mean, I'm the type of person that I'm not gonna. Well, people are still going to speak like they're speaking after events now, but like I told somebody else before, when you speak like that outlandishly, you have to be prepared for the consequences. I'm not talking about him and what happened. I'm talking about people that speak on the events, you know,
Mhm.
and you're going to have to be ready to go back and forth because you're already saying it publicly. You're speaking, you're, voicing it publicly. But it's freedom of speech is freedom of speech, but I say it's always a time and a place. Like we may have conversations on the back end. Everything doesn't have to need to, come to the forefront. We just speak, we talk about it, or whatever, leave it at that. But some people don't seem to understand, or they understand, they're just looking for attention to bring it up publicly. Keyboard warriors, the Twitter finger people, that kind of thing.
So
Okay.
I'm sorry, I know you're going
So
around.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, I don't think anything happened yesterday that has changed our outlook on freedom of speech. If anything, it's really given people more freedom to say what they really want to say. I think a lot of people want to say a lot of things and they just saying it, you know.
So
We
you
have
think that's
never
gonna make people speak out more?
absolutely. I don't think we've ever been in a time as tumultuous as this since Jim Crow. Because people were afraid of being politically correct for a long time. People were afraid of stepping on people's toes. People were afraid of not being inclusive. People were afraid of being racist. I'll just say it. People were afraid of it. They may have felt it in their heart, but publicly they couldn't display that. We're at a point now where everybody's wearing it on they're wearing it. I'm a racist. I don't care. I don't like DEI. They are saying it. And if anything, if you really look at what we saw on social media yesterday, the outrage from people who were upset by what happened, not that anybody should, I don't agree with all the cheering for people's death, right? I don't. But the outrage from people that were upset about it was kind of scary. It was like someone has to pay. We ain't do it. We don't shoot people at colleges. Like, who you mad at? I'll give you an example. As I mentioned last week, we have a restaurant in Athens, and one of the students was ordering food, and they got an alert on their phone and said there's an active shooter in the library. It turned out to be a hoax, but the cashiers got so nervous, like, oh my God. And a young black man with a hoodie on walked in, and they grabbing me. And I'm like, he's not the shooter. Sorry, guys. It's not him. He's not the shooter. And they looked at me like, did you just say that? Like, he's a black guy. He's not the shooter. We don't do that.
That's
So
a fact.
it's interesting to me how the outrage is there, the vehemence to speak so openly about the revenge that they're going to seek. It's freedom of speech is more open than ever. That's all I have to say.
All right, so I'm finna twist it up on you, D-Lane. All right, so are we now afraid to speak on bills out of fear? I know everybody's a tough guy or a tough girl, but does fear possibly enter your mind? Now, hold on, let me preference this one. Throughout the years, it's been a lot of moments where it got a little rah-rah in our culture. People going live, people beefing. And after seeing yesterday and then rewinding back, some of those situations probably could have turned out pretty bad. Especially now we talking about drop your location, I'll pull up on you, or I'm gonna be in your city. That type of energy yesterday did not help that. So are you now afraid? Because you are very polarizing, so to speak, Mr. Lane. So would you kind of tone it down now out of possibly fear? And it's okay to admit that you may have a little bit of fear after witnessing what you saw yesterday.
Who? Phil, what?
See?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, at some point I wanted to be a content creator that go around the car shows and talk about people bill and just say, hey, you know, in the audio world, if you tell somebody, hey, your box falling apart, that's like the most disrespectful thing in the world. That's worse than talking about their children. If you say, hey, your box falling apart in audio, you know, that's like the race car that can't stay crunk, I guess. You know, you can't even stay crunk the race, you know. It may even be worse than that. But nevertheless, like for me, it's not out of fear, and I try my best not to speak about people's bills because I genuinely feel like I was being a bully. You know, I'm in a situation or position to just I can go, you know, within reason, get in the car show I want to have, but that's not everybody's situation. You know, some of these guys build a car by hands, do everything, take years to do it. Like they are proud of that, no matter how it looks. So beyond fear, I just don't speak on that because I've been in that situation to where I didn't have that great car, decent car at the car show, but I was excited to be at the car show and I was proud of that car. So I don't really speak on people's bills unless they talk trash to me, and then the door is wide open. And when they talk trash to me, the door wide open. I say anything about your bill, but still I try to keep it like generic. Generic meaning instead of saying, hey, you got artist wheels and they only 22s and who ride those and they suck and you broke, I may say something like, you know, hey, your wheels ain't even in my league, so I ain't going there with you. You know. So I try to keep it real generic instead of picking at anybody, regardless, beyond the fear. Just people are people and humans are humans. You know, you bother people. They could be the softest person in the room and you push their button and hey, we there now, you know.
Facts.
Yeah, the other conversation I was hearing all over the internet, Beyonce's internet, by the way, was that these people signed up for this. Like, that is asinine to me to say that somebody like Charlie Kirk signed up for that to happen to him. I disagree with that. Skip, go ahead, push back.
Context. In my opinion, when they made that statement, they signed up for this. When you intentionally antagonize a race, a group of people, a race, or Democrat, Republican, whoever, it all you do is just needle them. Yeah, you sign up for this. Now, I don't think it should have been that extreme, but that's what you signed up for. In my opinion, if you got to push people's buttons or a race of people's buttons or a group of people's buttons, yeah, that's kind of what you signed up for. You don't know. It's the unexpected.
Mister, does Charleston White signed up for what he deals with or could possibly deal with? I'm just curious.
I think the premise is they're signing up for something to happen to them because they're using their freedom of speech. At that point, I disagree.
Yes.
It's
if you walk into a room of fighters, if you walk into a room of MMA fighters, all white guys, say y'all some pussy motherfuckers. Fuck y'all. What you just signed up for?
Somebody gonna test you. Somebody gonna test you. You may not get whooped. You may not get whooped. You may not, but you're gonna have to prove it.
Man, a room full of MMA fighters. I don't want to hear that. You may not. You finna get your ass.
Okay. I thought you meant like I'm an MMA fighter too.
You ain't.
But see, hold on. But watch this. We always default right back to name calling. Every time we discuss this stuff, when it comes to disrespect and all that, we always go to using the N-word or name calling. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about somebody using their freedom of speech and not in that way.
Okay, watch this. One of the things he posted was about the DEI thing. He thinks black people were better off enslaved than they are free.
I don't think
that ain't pushing the button. That ain't signing up for a problem.
I think he said, did he say Jim Crow or did he say slavery?
No, he said black people were better off as slaves than they are as free people. That's what he was hoping that should happen.
Well, I mean, but correct me, a black person didn't kill him, though, did?
No. I'm just saying, no, we're talking about signing up for things. When you say stuff like that, if it had been a black person, thank God it wasn't, because then it's a race issue. But what I'm saying is, it's always going to.
Always.
What I'm saying is, he was talking about signing up for stuff. In my opinion, that's how you sign up for problems, when you constantly do shit that's completely against the norm. Some of the shit he was preaching, he was taking major shots at the black race. Major shots. It had nothing to do with politics. It was all racist bullshit.
I mean, I get it. I know those statements, and I'm not shooting him any bell whatsoever. I'm just saying the premise of that whole thing is what bothers me. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of him as a person or as a man or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I think we can learn a lot, or this could be very, very hurtful to our community and this country. I mean, you can't even name a time where publicly somebody was on film, a public figure, somebody with a voice, that this has happened to in our lifetime.
I can.
Live and in living color.
John F. Kennedy.
That's not our lifetime, Skip. We not that old.
Okay, and there's more than one person on here, fat face ass little boy.
I ain't that old. I'm not that old.
I ain't can't do better happen. Okay, he's talking to everybody.
That's the only example, though.
Well, Ronald Reagan got shot at.
No, he got shot.
Yes, he did.
Trump got shot.
Oh shit!
That was B-16. That wasn't for real.
The point I'm trying to make is we normalize school shootings. We normalize black on black crime. We normalize all of these things. Are we now finna normalize taking assassination?
No. Why would you say that? And this ain't the first time ever.
Hell no, not at all.
This one in 40 years, and you talking about normalizing that? Come on now.
If
we have normalized police brutality. Now, when we see it, it's just normal. So now we trying to say now motherfuckers get popped off on Instagram Live or on live TV. It's gonna be a normal thing. That's scary.
It is scary. So okay, Mister, to get to our topic though, you gonna go to the next car show and use your freedom of speech and publicly talk about somebody's build?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little fearful. I ain't gonna be the tough guy.
Don't do that.
No, I'm not saying that you are. I'm saying I'm gonna think a little bit more now before I fuck with somebody. And Skip, no, sometimes I do.
Wait a minute. All the fucking with people y'all do at car shows.
But I'm saying
I understand what Mr. is saying. I get it. But you're talking as if you antagonize 1 million people. Out of that million, it's going to be that one rider dude say he got one more time to say something. You're talking about 50, 60 people, Mark. And you fearful of one of those people killing you because you joke.
One more time and you
joke. Everybody's humor is different. You have an odd sense of humor, just like mine is different, but it comes across as that. Nobody takes me serious. They know I'm gonna laugh, joke, get on about my business. So you being fearful of just joking?
I don't know. That shit yesterday was different. And then you got people like Ben. You got people like Ben Shapiro. This is the madness part. He's another figure, just like those other guys. And it was a rumor going around that saying that they was canceling their college tours and all that. He made a video and said that was a lie. He said they're gonna continue on. They're not scared. They said anybody that don't like it, fuck you. And I'm like, these are literally they in the same group. And they acting like they got real secret service people that's gonna protect these people. They ain't playing with these people. That's what I'm saying. Like I would get little if I was them. But anyway, we're gonna get to the topic at hand. First of all, we're gonna start it off with this segment. We like
the good, the bad, and the ugly. Only on Atlanta CarCast.
So the good, the bad, and the ugly ass, we're gonna throw it straight to Eddie Rain Jr. and talk about Battle for the Rings, Part 6. Good, the bad, and the ugly, if any.
The good, there were a couple of good things.
Hold on, can I interrupt?
Okay,
just for 1 second. Where my ring?
I ain't got one either.
Where my ring?
My imaginary Qwueen came.
You got an imaginary ring. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Ooh, there it is.
I saw
there it is, that imaginary ring, because your imaginary Qwueen.
Well, my Qwueen is real, but
this ring is real.
Tia, don't worry about it.
I ain't getting no ring. I got 2 rings and 2 necklaces from the past, and it dawned on me when I got home. I was like, I ain't getting nothing. Okay, carry on.
What you gonna cry?
The good was the turnout, the weather, the fact that this year I allowed the guys to play the music, and my moderation was good enough for everybody else. They played their songs as loud as they wanted to for the amount of time I let them. They took their breathers, they walked around, had fun. Everybody asked for the music. We turned it on again. No issues, no disrespect, no anything. So to everybody that came out and supported, man, shout out to y'all. I humbly appreciate it. My two honorees, it was well deserved for them. I think I caught both of them off guard with those honorings. And yeah, man, I'm the bad. I guess the bad was I didn't have 500 cars. I mean, but my turnout was great. There were a lot of late arrivals as usual, but it was a Sunday. And I do not like 10, 12-hour car shows. So I honored the time that we put on the flyer. And the uglass was, there was no uglass that I can think of. So, yeah, that's my take on it. And any negative feedback or any feedback, most of you guys have my number. Call me, let me know, be honest with me, because I want to make it better.
I'm going to call you about this ring.
Yeah, I'm going to do that too. I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, where's that?
Oh, it's upside down.
Yeah, I got a question though. I ain't gonna lie to you, for real. I got a question.
Yes.
So for next year, so I'm not just saying it just because it's us, but you know how No Chill comes in a different fashion,
right?
But we definitely want to respect your show. Next year, just let us handle the entertainment. All right, put us in the back corner and let us handle the rest.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, once I get on top of that
cut the DJ out.
Yeah, I ain't gonna cut. I don't know about cutting it down.
I don't have DJs on my show.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Then good. Just put us in the back corner.
Okay. Now that you say that, I know how you guys are, and I know how you guys get out. I appreciate it. I like it. Let me ask you a question. What was wrong with what we did this past weekend? You were there.
The only thing it was like, because Duran was doing a good job, but then at the point when he said, he had some stuff, it was a lot of silence. That was the only thing. That was the only thing I felt, because, he kept it going, doing his thing or whatever. Then everybody took their turn and stuff like that, but then it was a period of silence. It's like, could you say
right.
It was a little bit too quiet. Hold on now.
But see, that's the thing. That's the thing. Did you see how many people above 60 were out there with their vehicles? That's the reason why. Yeah. But that's the reason why I like that silence, so we can talk. People can ask questions about their cars. They don't have to scream it. They don't have to go sit in their cars to get away from the music. You get what I'm saying?
I agree.
Now
I
that
definitely
18 wheeler being there having everything echo, I thought it was going to be worse because it was bouncing back towards the whole show.
Oh yeah,
But
from the
everybody
side.
loved it. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So one of the reasons why I said moderation was because of that. I want everybody to enjoy what they deem a good car show should be. And most of those people, you notice I had a plug to the front and back.
They did.
So the
They
noise wouldn't affect them that way. So constantly playing music, like No Chill likes to do, we got to have some moderation.
We'll park across the street. That's right. We'll park all across the street, and then we're still there for the show, but we just gonna park across the street so we don't have, the people.
That'll be something that's a whole 12 months away, player. So we'll figure it out.
Shout out to Silver Bullet. Silver Bullets in the chat on Instagram. So thank you. Your music was very good, sir. We appreciate you.
I love it. I had a good time.
Love your Jeep.
I had to leave early. My son got sick, and that was best for everybody for me to leave. At that point, I was upset. But I'm starting to think he's just a kid that just can't take the sun. I mean, he had a freezer pop in his hand, and
I told you he was holding on to it for dear life.
Yeah.
Man, it got to a point he was like, "Dad, it's hot. It's so hot."
Did he have on a hoodie though? Did he have on a hoodie?
No, that was my cousin. It was so funny when y'all asked me, "Is that my son?" I'm not that mature yet.
Oh my gosh.
That was my 21-year-old cousin. My son was the 8-year-old.
Okay.
You should have told him to sit in the truck with the kids. You see, y'all barely saw my oldest.
I sat him in my truck, and then he was still like, "Oh, it's so hot." I was like, "Yeah, let me get out from out here before he do too much, and we have to call an ambulance." And so, so I missed a lot.
Okay.
So I got my good, bad, and ugly. I got my good, bad, and ugly. You didn't ask me.
For real, man. What you rushing for, player?
Player? I love it when you say that. Player? Anyway, my good was I got to hang out with my girls, Reagan, Lauren,
boss lady,
Layla, and Dimitri a little bit. Like she kind of gave us a little bit at the end. She, showed us her flips and tricks.
This ain't about them. Don't give them a shine. This ain't about them.
We rode around on the golf cart. I taught them how to do a presidential wave, the Miss America wave, and we waved and blew bubbles and spoke to everybody, and we had a really great time. So just want to say, Reagan, Lauren, Layla, and Mimi, love you guys. It was so
how
fun.
was that good, bad, and ugly?
That was good for her. I guess that was good for her.
I'm not finished. That was good. That was good. It was also really good that there were a lot of really dope cars there, and it was a great turnout. Very good. It was good to see people I hadn't seen in a while, like Ty Dalla. Hadn't seen her all summer. So it was really good to see her. It was good to see Mr. Capone and Amber and Kai. Kai rode with us on the golf cart, and he blew out all my bubbles, but it was fun. Had a really good time. Let me see what else. Who else did I see that I hadn't seen in a while? We got to see Julie. I asked her if she needed a wife. Julie, if you hear me,
come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I'm requesting.
No, she acting for real.
I did. You need a wife, boo. I got you. We could just exchange gifts with each other and take trips and stuff and do girl stuff. That's all.
Who was that? Blair's wife?
Yes. She buys.
Yeah, hey, add me
I
in.
do too.
Add me in. Yeah.
So, I'm just saying. She buys great gifts. I buy great gifts too. Sometimes it's just nice to have that reciprocal relationship with someone,
Yeah.
Let me see what else. The bad was it was disrespectfully hot. It had been seriously. It had been really nice for almost 2 weeks, and then it was hell Sunday. In comparison to what the weather had been prior.
Okay. Yeah.
The day before was really nice outside.
It rained.
Sunday was hot as hell in comparison. So, but if I missed anybody that I saw, forgive me. Street Royalty, Street Visions. It was really good to see Lee and Jessica. I hadn't seen them in a while.
Yeah. Shout
AHR, getting to see all the AHR people, Big E, Tiff. It's too many names to mention, but it was great to see everybody. Okay, that was the good, and the ugly was I didn't get no ring. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
No, it's true. It's true.
So hey. Yeah, so shout out to everybody that came. Shout out to the vendors, these dogs. Shout out to them.
My
shout
girl.
out to the
hey, boo.
international young chefs. Shout out to the international young chefs out there on the scene. Just like vibing with our people. There was no bad, there was no ugly ass, and we're not being biased. Just Skip throws a dope show. So yeah, and sorry for dropping that man's rings. I didn't know the box wasn't sealed. That was crazy.
See, that right there like we got you shot. Cause boy, his face turned.
I would have been hot
in like 10 seconds.
I would have been hot.
Did you see that?
Skip, I saw it, and I saw it, and the little clear piece, and I was like,
"Oh my God, what made you grab him, though, Mark?"
Well, no, he was holding it. He was holding it low, and I wanted him to raise it up so people could see.
Don't touch people's stuff, sir. Don't touch.
And I thought it was a sealed box, so I grabbed it from the top.
Oh my God! Well, dude looked at you like, man, if I was Skip size, I'd beat your ass.
Bro, Skip. I looked at him. I looked at you. I looked back at the case. I looked at Mark. I was like, oh.
Hold on, let me ask you this: what other trophy can you do that to and it lasts? Don't nothing happen. Only
now that does say
only the rain.
I don't care about that. But listen, I dropped mine and bet it. But I threw it though. My hand was sweaty, and I was explaining something, and it flew off my hand. It went about 30 feet.
Wow.
It bent down at the bottom, but that's what it is. But yeah,
all right. So battle for the range. We thank everybody for coming out supporting. Yeah, great show. We'll see y'all next year. So tomorrow we're gonna put out a flyer for next year's show, because that's what y'all be doing. So we gonna start early.
Yeah,
no, we're not.
Tell them you got 49 rings next year. One on mine.
Say it again.
Tell them you got 49 rings next year. One on mine.
No, you can tell them that. I'm damn if I'm gonna say that.
47.
Well, he got
the three of us right here. 47.
Exactly. That ain't how that works.
Well, I mean, hey, say 50 is false advertising. You're gonna give us
one. I'm gonna get one next year on merit.
Okay, well, I like the way y'all
one next year on merit. I'm gonna get one for real next year. I'm gonna pull up and get one next year, not in a Qwueen.
All right, so let's move along now, guys. Let's move along. So the topic of tonight's show is honesty versus loyalty in the car community, and we got a couple, little things we're gonna run down, courtesy of Miss TJ. Here's the first one. It's gonna be on the bottom of your screen. We're gonna do this a little different. We need a little engagement in the chat, if you would. So the Real Talk Zone. What does not up to par really mean in today's car scene? Is it about looks, performance, craftsmanship, or all three? What say you? It's open panel. Somebody take it away. Jack.
You want me to go first?
That's a tough one.
All right. Not up to par. Well, let me answer that this way. I get asked a lot. What would you do to my car? What should I do to my car to make it a winner? My first thing, and I've said this on 100 different podcasts, is know your audience. Corvettes don't go to Euro car shows or lowrider car shows. You get what I'm saying? Know the audience or the type of show you're going to, number one. Number two is go to shows and look at like vehicles, and you compare yours to them and see what, if you think that car is all that compared to your car, then you see you have a blueprint of what you need to do to at least get in the conversation. So when I'm asked that question, I say, well, if it was me, I would do this, I would do this, I would do this, I would do this. Or then they may say, well, judge my car, tell me what's wrong with it. Okay, that's a chalkboard for me. I'm gonna walk around and say everything that I see wrong, that I see need to be addressed. Prime example, and they will tell you this, Batman and Pennywise. Miss Pennywise was just on the scene, and her and her husband stepped to me and asked me, why don't I win? I said, well, in my opinion, it's this, and this. And they took what I said, took it to heart. They changed it. They modified some more stuff. And now they're literally winning constantly at every show they go to because they took the suggestions and they did it. So it's definitely about looks, performance, and craftsmanship. It's about all three of them because those are the three areas that needs to be done to a car to make it a winner or a household name. So yeah.
So Skip, are you absolutely honest when you tell people their cars are not
No.
a car?
No. One of the reasons is because I don't want to poison you against the fact that you got to come with it to win at this show on this scene. So telling them go to a show just to spectate and look at a car like yours, one that normally wins or whatever, and then you compare the two. If you know your car can beat that one, then you're ready. But if you know your car can't, then you know what you got to do to get ready. Now, if they ask me straight up, what's wrong with my car? Oh, I'm gonna write it down. It's gonna be a legal pad full of stuff because they asked me, but I won't provide information.
So do you ever say this ain't up to par? It ain't.
No.
See, he's scared with freedom of speech.
That ain't got nothing to do with being scared. That's just got something to do with that. See that right there is the push button stuff. You're not pushing my buttons, but you think about if a person knows their car ain't gonna win, but they'll enter because they cool with Skip or they cool with TJ or they cool with something. Maybe, just maybe he'll give me a trophy. Then when they don't, they be like, oh well. They should be like, well, I knew I wasn't gonna win. I thought maybe it was a chance. But when people like you say, oh, he was scared to say something, that starts problems and issues.
And it ain't the scared part that they on. It's the part that the other part we talked about. It's the yes man that's falsely pushing these people up. Like, say if you got somebody and you let's just say you from a small town. You know what I'm saying? You got your car painted by somebody, whatever. Everybody in that small town, you've been winning. Yeah, you'll paint this and shit, this and this and this. You come to Atlanta, you enter because you boosted up by your homeboys, and then you don't win. Oh man, you should have won that. You should have won. That's what I'm talking about. Constructive, like your friends is not your friends, and they're not telling you the truth. Like you should have never entered that. You should have, good and doggone well that your paint was cloudy, it had runs or whatever. However, you know, but your friends would be like, yeah. You should have did this. Yeah, you should have won. I don't know what they was talking about. You the hottest in the city.
But see, one thing too we're missing is the mind process, the thought process of those people that you're talking about. The small town mentality, I get it. I'm from a small town, but I grew up a lot in big cities and whatnot. But my thing is, when you go to the big leagues, you got to know, man, I'm going up there where the big boys at, so let me see how I compare. Now, if your mindset says, well, my friends told me, then you're in the wrong job. You're in the wrong field because your feelings are bound to get hurt.
Oh, yeah. I want to say this. That's what happened I'm just saying from the car audio side, that's what happened at Street Whips. D-Lane, you see, I park away from everybody. Put me in the first part because all that noise over there and you know what I'm saying, what was going on because you had 50 doggone vehicles in the last part, Street Whips. So when I told the fella, I said, hey, I'm parking over here in the first bay. I said, hey, I play my music moderately, the good songs, you know what I'm saying? So it don't bother nobody. The amount of people that kept coming on me was like, hey, the people over there so distorted, so this and this. I mean, they was talking cash, money, junk. And I'm asking, hey, tell me who it is. But they didn't want to say it. But evidently it must have got out and got around because you see on social media, people's feelings was hurt. But that's what happens when somebody's trying to tell you at home that it's distorted and you don't want to listen and you come to Atlanta or any other big place with different car audio scene and you get trash talk. I'm talked about bad. I'm talking about, they taking pictures of your car. Hey, who car is this? Because it sounds
you cool. Thought you were the GOAT.
And they post it. Yeah, like you got to listen to people when they tell you, nah, this ain't it but you let people hype you up and they a hater. You
know what I call that? The big fish in the small pond mentality. When you're at home, you're the big mouth bass. you come to ocean or lake or river, whatever is bigger than where you are, you now become just a regular minnow. You're no longer the big fish. And yeah, mine's loud. Where I'm from, I beat everybody. Yeah, but you ain't seen everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you just did that at your
people,
show. You literally just did that at your show, Skip. You had a guy, he came out, he said, my truck is loud, and you said, just wait.
Yeah, I told him, I said, man, I'm not saying that. Oh, you want to hear it? I said, I'm gonna hear it. I'm gonna let you play it eventually. I said, but you'll know loud when it comes and it's on the way.
I didn't even hear that conversation.
No, it was way before y'all got there.
No, but what I was getting at, I can guess who you talking about.
Yeah, the black truck. The black truck.
The one with
I'm talking about somebody else.
On the side.
Oh no, not to do with the look. No, he knew better. I know he knew better. The dude on the end with SUV.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
I had to stop him though. Not that we get on tough. I had to stop him because as soon as somebody Durant turned his on, he turned his on. I said, "Hey, brother, we're doing it one at a time. You gonna get a chance."
This ain't that.
Yeah, but yeah. But the guy, Miss TJ hit it. He was like, "Yeah, Skip, I think I'm gonna be the loudest here." I was like, "No, brother, there's some cars coming." And I said, "Not saying you ain't loud, but you'll know loud when you hear it."
That proves that I think people's senses are really, really warped. Like, you can't deny that this is a fact. Some people's eyes aren't like other people's eyes. They can't see as well. Some people's sense of smell is different. Like, you can poop next to somebody and one person on the left will smell it, one person on the right won't.
No, we all
great example.
We all smelled it. We was just being polite.
No, you know, the way that person hears his sound of his build is different. I mean, some people think
being polite.
But some people, you know what he did though? He got out of his truck and he said, "Yeah, I think I'm loud." I was like, "Dog, what are you listening to?" I said it to him. I said, "You can't be serious. You don't have mid bass. You don't have any frontal bass."
I don't even know what he thought. I don't know what he thought. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, you have to have these conversations with your people and be truthful. And I'm gonna just bring D-Lane into this because of Columbia, August 16th. We all had that conversation, right? D-Lane, with you about you and Duran, right? We had a conversation. D-Lane said, "Don't worry about it. I'm going back to the lab." It ain't nobody was in there boosting up like, "Yeah, you did this. You know what you
exactly
was." No, because we real and we was like, "Hey, this is a different type of sound." D-Lane, don't worry about it. I'm going back in the lab. Now you got other people that'll say that'll be yes me. Yeah, you did that. You won. I don't know what they did. They cheated you. You was like, no, you got to be real with your people so they can be better.
But watch this. Watch this.
Do friends hype friends up for real? Like, do people really be like, "Yeah, that's it"?
Yes. And
but you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Everybody doesn't handle it like he handles it. Some people will get little and they won't come back and they won't compete. He took it on the chin and he still competed. If you push some of these people too far, they won't even come out. And then y'all be like,
it wasn't no pushing, it wasn't no whole bunch of junk talking. It was just us being truthful, like, this a different sound. It's just simple being truthful. That's it. Because you know why? We don't want him to go out there someplace else and do the same thing or think the same thing. No, we're gonna make sure you the best of the best. You or attempting to be. We're gonna make sure that we can't keep lying to you and saying you at the top and you ain't gonna change nothing. Then you gonna keep it the same because you're gonna think you at the top. Then you gonna get someplace else.
I will always and forever say that some of y'all fucked the game up. You included, Qwueen. Y'all fucked the game up.
What?
Y'all fucked the game up. Like you take 5 or 10 years ago, right? 5 or 10 years ago, people throw shows, you get 80, 150 cars, but a lot of those bills were par. A lot of those bills were average. They were less expensive.
I would agree with
game has extremely elevated to a point where a lot of people can't reach and they just bow the fuck out. I'm just being honest. Y'all
that's real. That's why I'm not in big rim racing, That's real talk.
That's real. But Skip knows I don't compete. I'm just out there to have fun. So you shouldn't feel like it's any competition with me. I'm just out there to have fun, smile, stand on top of the truck, and that's it. It shouldn't be. I don't want nobody to feel like it's no competition You got a question? Ask me. I don't want to make nobody feel like, oh well, Queen Kong's gonna be there. She gonna enter or whatever. I don't want to bring mine. No, because I'm not entering anyway.
I don't think it's a matter of you entering a show, Queen, that intimidates these BANs. I think
These
it's
bands.
your presence. Seriously, it's like, think about it. You are a 5 foot tall female.
Open
Five
that.
three. Hold the hell up. 5'3".
Wait a minute.
We the
Wait,
same
whoa,
height.
whoa, whoa,
I'm
whoa.
5 feet. We the same height. I might be a
5'3".
little bit taller than you.
Give it a 3 inches.
Okay.
Bam.
She's serious
taller
about
than
the 3.
Go ahead.
I'm
I'm
a little taller than you. But anyway,
Go ahead, Mr.
think
J.
about it. Think about the perception. Here you come in this clean ass truck. Like, your truck is clean as hell. It's not. I'm not talking about clean, wiped down clean. I'm just talking about just the way that it looks, the way it's laid out, the way your wiring looks in the back, the way your speakers sit on the inside, your doors. I mean, I'm a judge. I could go on and on talking about how your truck sits, what it looks like, the stance of it all, visually and aesthetically, right? And then here
You ain't
comes
do none
some
of that shit in
BAN.
your driveway. None of that shit
Here
was
comes
done in your driveway.
some BAN, right? Who thought they did something, and they see this woman, this little bitty woman on the top of her trunk, and they like, this little woman.
Yeah, like
You're
that.
not competing though.
And
You're
she
not
tough.
competing.
Don't
You're not
forget she tough.
competing, but they probably feel
She
real small. Like, God damn, I gotta go. I'm sorry. You can't tell me that people don't see you. They may not ever say it out loud. They may not ever admit it to anybody at all. But in their little ass minds, they like, damn.
Let me tell you why they ain't gonna never say it out
Like
loud. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me tell you why they ain't gonna never say it out loud, or why we at a show. Because when we at a show, you got people the size of Skip, D-Lane, my husband. It's always, you know what I'm saying, surround the show. They ain't gonna say it out loud. But like I said, I'm not here to compete. I'm here to try to motivate, have fun, like just bring this to show you that it ain't. If you're not into competition, it don't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be hate. You get people that be like, oh, well, she got a Tahoe because I got a Tahoe. It's 50,000 damn Tahoes out here.
Right.
So what do you think?
The point TJ is making is you don't see a woman that has all 3 aspects of car audio the way you do. Your build is clean, period. The outside. The install is top notch. When I say top notch, I'm talking about there's not too many that's better. And my car club, that's what we specialize in.
Right.
And then the playing of the music, the whole ambiance, the look, it's picturesque. Everything is on point. And you're a woman. Little bitty one, and you're a woman. So when a man pulls up and, like you said, that small time mentality, people just flock to his car because it's such and such and such and such. Then he look over there and be like, damn. In his mind, he know I'm not even going over there by her. I'm gonna stay over here and try to draw the crowd, and then everybody gravitates to you anyway. Small, but they still gravitate to you anyway.
I think Qwueen Coleman said it best. People are in secret competition, and you don't even know it.
Don't even know it.
You don't even know it.
That's my brother and my transporter right there.
Okay.
Qwueen Coleman.
Yeah, that's him, the transporter.
Let's switch it up to the next one.
Okay, so
friend or fan? Should you hype your friend's build up even if it's not great? How do you give constructive feedback without killing the vibe?
I think Jessica said it great. You got to be a mature adult and accept the constructive criticism. People don't. It's just the delivery. How people receive things depends on how it's given to them. It's difficult to receive constructive criticism to someone who's just saying it to you in a disrespectful way. Doesn't matter how much you know, how smart you are, how much more experience you have than me. If you saying something to me disrespectfully, I don't even fucking hear you. I don't even hear you no more.
And the crazy thing is, it matters who is giving the criticism. A person that does not have a sound audio bill or never had one or is not in that field can't come to me and give me constructive criticism about something that they know nothing about. Right. So that matters too. You have to come from a point of, I do this, like for instance, car show judging. there ain't too many people that can judge a car better than me, in my opinion. So if I tell you this, it's because of what I see. It's not because I got a better car than yours or because I want to see you lose. It's constructive. But now if I don't have a car and I come tell you, man, this shit trash. Yeah, that's disrespectful. That's wrong. So I think it's more about who it comes from also.
I mean, that's the beauty of actual car clubs. Like, would you trust the thoughts of your team member in your club or somebody that you're competing against in the midst of an actual car show? You walking around chopping it up with people and they're like, oh yeah, dog, I like that. They walk away, man, that nigga shit trash.
That's hate.
The president ain't gonna really do you like that.
Both. But
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like Skip said, if you don't have a car or if you're in a different lane, I can't tell a racer something about his car. That ain't my lane. That ain't nowhere near my lane. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to understand. Some people just, like you say, like we said earlier, some people just speak just to speak.
If it don't stay cropped, I'm gonna talk trash, and racing ain't my lane. I mean,
Lord. Anyway,
but if the car can't stay cropped to go down the lane, I mean, something ain't right. I don't care what you say.
But Miss TJ, what was that second part again? I mean, what was the part of it again?
Second part of the question? It's in the.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look at it. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Even if it's not great, how do you give constructive feedback without killing the vibe?
Skip said read the notes.
Hype your friend. He did. You should not go back and read his notes. They in there. We talked about this before this. But no, I feel like you should not hype your friends up even if it's not good. Especially now, we're gonna take it to a different level. You hyping your friends up, and they're doing work. They're installing builds. They're building door pods. They're doing interior. They're doing paint. So you're gonna hype them up, and you know it's trash.
When you put it like that,
they do it though.
That tells you the caliber.
I don't agree with that comment. Most clubs not going to be honest with you because they are hating on you. Does it happen? Yeah, but more times than not, clubs are
in bigger clubs. Yes,
I can hate on you and be honest at the same time. Like, I know it's coming from a place of hate what you're saying, but it is honesty. And not me, because I don't do no hating. But I mean,
and I think when a lot of these clubs were really like ballooning up, it was some of that because they knew only X amount of people out of that 30-member club that showed up that day was going to get a trophy from that club. And they knew if such and such was coming, they weren't going to win. Like when I was with Camaro Nation and Surf was with Camaro Nation, I don't know if y'all remember that.
I remember.
They were put in the chat. They were like, all right, we going, they put it on the calendar or whatever. We're going to such show on Saturday at 1:00. Niggas would be DMing him on the side. You going, bro? Because if you going, like it would be having a little sidebar conversation. You going to this? You going to this? And that's how they would make their decision. Instead of saying the club is going to this show, we going. So I understand both sides, but for the most part, these clubs were really here to help people with their bills and compete at the same time.
If Surf was going, you weren't going?
Yeah, he was going.
I was going.
Other people weren't going though.
A lot of people wouldn't know.
It was so unique and so different it was ahead of its time.
Yeah.
And it was gonna win when he pulled up. It was one of those types of cars. And that's what he's talking about.
But I don't feel like you should be intimidated by your team. That, like I say, that you shouldn't be hyping up the bullshit. Like, I'm not gonna hype up a painter, and I done seen your work with my own eyes. Like, if I'm your friend, all right, and I done seen your paint work, and it's been runs. Like, I done seen your paint work consistently. It's been runs, it's been blotches. You ain't seen everything down or whatever. I'm not about to be out here hyping you up. Like, people make them posts like, oh, your friend got a business, you need to be sharing. I'm not going to share your business if your quality of work is not good. I'm going to talk to you about it, but I'm not going to share it because you're going to start thinking you the shit
Right.
Until you meet your match with somebody, you paint somebody's car, and they ain't gonna play with you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to we got to stop that
because they believed your word.
Right.
What about creativity? Some cars, I'm not going to say any names, are very creative, but the idea and the skill of the actual how it came out didn't really meet. So, for example, I'll give you one that was really, really good. I don't know if you guys remember NASCAR Nitty. Yes. When he did that last iteration of his car. It was extremely creative, but it was also very well done. So some people have really good ideas, but they don't quite facilitate the idea very well.
It's the application. Yep.
So how do you I want to mention the car, but I don't want to say the name. But he don't really watch this show. So
I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example with what she may be trying to say.
Put it in the chat.
Like everybody don't like the shit you like, and everything ain't popular. So if you love fucking anime, right, and your favorite anime characters, I don't fucking watch anime, so I don't fucking know.
That's not what I'm talking about, though.
Okay, well let me finish that. So if you put that anime character on your car and nobody gets it, whose fault is that?
You know what I'm talking about, Skip?
Yes, and I'm gonna elaborate on it, and people are gonna know the way I'm gonna say it.
Okay, now I get where you're going.
What she's saying is
he ain't in the game no more anyway.
We're gonna hypothetically.
He's not in the game. But
y'all remember
what he was trying to do, but it just didn't go.
Okay.
He bought every part from Atlanta at Advanced Auto Parts and put it on his car, and it was like, when
you have a
not the three little fender things.
You know, everybody says I want to do something different. There's 50,000 Challengers, there's 50 Chargers, 50,000 Chargers, there's 50,000 Camaros. But when you get a Camaro, one of those cars, you got to do something eye-catching and different. Right. This guy, older gentleman, had a convertible V8 Camaro. It was chrome, silver, whatever. And his ideal was the bull, like the rodeo bull or the Slick Malt Liquor bull, one of those bulls. And
I don't even know what kind of football, but it just didn't do. It didn't.
He thought if I go to Advanced Auto and get those little diamond out 24-inch symbols and all of the little things, and I call it, and this might sound a little racist, but I call it Mexicanizing your car, because everybody knows these Hispanic guys will get a truck and they'll go buy all the little chrome stickers and pull them all over their truck, and it's loud and it's boisterous, it's in your face. So this guy did that to a Camaro, a very nice Camaro, and he messed around and won at a couple of shows that his head got big and he bedazzled it.
Well, no, in the beginning,
it looked like it was bedazzled. It was so much of those chrome sticker numbers, letters.
You ever see? It was like you ever see a cute female. You ever see a cute female to get a couple tattoos? You be like, oh, that's cute. That's
cute. Bedazzled, girl. I ain't said no damn bedazzle.
Oh my god.
But anyway,
hold on, Skip. Let me get this comparison. It's like a cute girl that get a couple tattoos, and you be like, "Oh, that's cute, And then you see her like 8 months later, and she's fully tattooed, and her face is tattooed. You be like, "Man, what the fuck you do to yourself?"
Hey,
that's what he did. That's what he did with the chrome. He started off with little chrome here, little chrome there. Next thing you know, it was chrome everywhere.
Hey, let me tell you something. When you set over the edge, when you put them chrome. You know, them chrome weather strips, you like when you open the door, that's too much. That's too much.
No,
like, I can't do it, bro. I can't do it.
He made dents on the front quarter panel with those strips.
So
you saw it from a distance, you were like,
the thing is did nobody tell him, bro, that ain't it?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So honesty versus loyalty.
That's what I'm saying.
I think his feelings would have been hurt if his teacher had told him that shit is ugly, man.
I think the way y'all describing it, somebody had to tell him. He just didn't.
Talk about don't let the sun be bright. You be blind as hell driving.
Hey, listen, no, it was that bad. It truly was. And don't get me wrong. And you know what's crazy? We did a show in Athens, Rome, We did a show in Rome with the girl with the pink Camaro, with the Mustang with the bedazzle all over it.
No. That show, that the first time that you judged, we went to Athens, and I'm not talking to you. Of course, it was a Corvette. Yeah, the Corvette in Macon. I'm sorry, in Macon, right? In Macon, with the Corvette, and it's like a goldish kind of wrap, and the lady, it's a black lady, but it's like bedazzled. No, I'm just saying. No. I'm not talking trash. I'm just saying. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying. But guess what? My kids loved it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own creativity or whatever. So I mean, it's definitely on style. But when I talk about things, I'm talking about the quality of the work. Now, I don't want to walk up to your car and you got bedazzles and I see the glue all separated and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. It's about the quality of the work. Everybody got different creativity, different ideas.
Right. But when the execution doesn't match the idea,
exactly. Now,
are you hating or are you being loyal when you tell that person?
Well, they gonna tell you hating. They gonna tell you hating. It don't matter. They gonna tell you hating regardless.
It's according to who's receiving, how they receive it. If somebody that has a car that's top notch, you know, like say a Surf, would have went to him and say, "Hey, big dog, you're doing a little too much, man. I know you're trying to get to the top, but you're overdoing it with this here, man, and you're taking away from the car. I don't know what your vision is, but you know, let me help you. Let's work on it." If it's delivered like that, then I think that hate can be pushed to the side. But if you go to him and say, "Hey, man, this some bullshit," you know what I mean? Then it has to be taken as hate because of the delivery.
Or like between who was between, because I'm not gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I done told some ideas to David and Demetric, and then they was like, "Oh hell no, you motherfucking tripping. You put everything on tape and you don't even worry about us riding with you." You know, but it made sense after the fact of when I brought the truck out. You know, I wanted to put doggone some big blinky ass glitter sprinkles in my paint. They was like, "What the fuck is you talking about? Glitter sprinkles? Like the big flakes?" They was like, "You don't." I was like, "Yeah, I love the big flakes. I want my shit to flash off." You know what I'm saying? They was like, "No, do not."
Wanted to reflect in the sun.
And I did, but it was like that ain't it. That ain't what you gonna do. They said we gonna talk about you so bad. Don't do it.
But see, what people think is like literally the cars up north will be considered country. When you're taking old school cutlasses and putting 32s on it, a lot of people consider that country. Do they not? And now they come to the South and they come to a car show and they kind of shocked that some of these builds are elaborate as they are and they're not country.
So hold on. Yeah. Let me say something about that. I had a cousin who said to me, she's from the Midwest, that all the cars down here are country. Like these modern muscle builds are country and they're whack. And I kind of looked at her like, potatoes. You know, if you like old schools and you like classics, that's your thing. But to say that something is country, like I don't know if I subscribe to that term. You know what I mean? I just think like Kim Possible in the Instagram chat said, it's just a matter of opinion. People have different opinions regionally. In every region of the country, you know, there's a different style that people prefer. That doesn't mean I'm going to go to Detroit and talk bad about those cars, or I'm going to go to California and talk bad about lowriders, or you know, I'm going to go to a Euro show and call all those 1990 paid in full looking Mercedes and BMWs trash. It's just really a matter of perspective, you know? So,
and that's the problem. Country has become a term of embarrassment or derogatory term because people not from the South use it that way. How can somebody from New York call somebody from Georgia country? Because we can call it because we talk different. We talk slower.
Yeah, we are slower. I mean, as far as
okay,
like, not me and you, but Atlanta is slower than New York. Yep.
Hey, let me see what I was saying.
I'm
because
from
there's
New York.
people like you that don't listen to what I'm saying. You're slower because our diplomas say the same thing. Graduate.
So I
miss me with that. We slower. No,
I think from New York, being from New York, not from New York City, but being from New York nonetheless, I think it's a matter of times have changed, and people in New York, to me, look country. When I go home, I'm like, ooh, there's some country looking motherfuckers. But we live better here. We live better in general. We have affordable luxuries that they can't afford. They pay $1 million to live in a 1-bedroom. So they look like trash. I'm sorry. I hate to say it, but Atlanta has also leveled the playing field out in terms of our access to things. Back in the day, you could only go to New York to buy fur. You could only go to New York to buy purses. You could only go to New York to buy Italian-made shoes. Now, the internet has changed that. We all look the same, or we don't.
I got one for you then. Skip. You can't go in Atlanta and go buy no Go-Yard bag.
Okay. Good. Who in Atlanta wears Go-Yard?
What you mean?
I do.
Skip, chill. It's just not your thing. It's just not your thing.
Exactly. And that's the point I'm making.
But you can't buy it in Atlanta. You can't even buy it.
Dog, my point is, if I can't buy it, that makes me country. That's the question. Does that make me country since it's not on sale here?
Hey, I'll say this. I'm from the country,
but you're asking a lot. You don't answer the question, but you're asking a lot. Answer some questions now.
Ask the question again.
Does it make me country since I can't buy Go-Yard and they don't sell it here? Does that make me country?
Not you, Skip, but Atlanta, yes.
How the
you asked me.
But Atlanta, yes.
You know, like you using the term country, how we say it, I'm from the country, and when we want to, say something about somebody else being country, we still use that term, be like, look at this little country fool right here. He don't know what's going on. He green. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
Country is country.
We
like
kind of got off topic, but yeah, it is a flea market too.
My bad. I was off topic. Skip looking at me like, what are you talking about?
No. I'm reading comments.
Let's get through this. Let's go to the next one. That was a good one. All right, moving on. All right, here's the next one.
No, but I can agree to disagree, big dog.
Hey, mister, somebody asked the question and said accent versus a contemporary bill. What they meant?
Yeah.
I didn't know what they meant either.
BJ, elaborate on that. Elaborate on what you meant by that. Carnage.
Yeah. BJ said that.
Accessible. Well, no, up a little further. He said, I had it up on the screen for a minute and we just talked over it.
Accent versus contemporary.
You prefer accent or contemporary builds? Somebody in the comments said theme cars are a little overplayed.
But that falls under opinion, what you like and what you don't like. If you don't
I think they beyond overplayed
or anything else, then
yeah, everything like when I came down to Atlanta, I didn't really know about theme cars that much. I don't hate them or nothing like that. It may not be my style, but I like to see it's something different. Of course, my kids love it. It's a lot. I didn't know that there was so much you can change with a theme. Like Batman, how he changes his theme from, you get what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like it'd be hard to keep it the same. Like, what can I do next with the Batman theme? You know what I'm saying? To change it up and make it a wow kind of factor. So I definitely appreciate the creativity because I can't think of nothing like that. I just need the color.
That's a good point.
That's it.
That's a good point.
One of the reasons why.
Oh, go ahead, Skip.
One of the reasons why I think people say theme cars are country is because it never was on the car scene. But once it came on the car scene, and people like Batman and Smoke and all the other people that have theme related cars, it blew up. But what people fail to realize is we have a Dragon Con convention here once or twice a year. And those cars are the center of attention every single year because it's one of those fields that are barely touched by, number one, black people. And number two, it is bigger than what we know. Like you said, anime. Anime is huge. You either like it or you don't, but it's gonna be there. Same thing with theme cars. So when people say, I think it's overplayed, okay, that just ain't your area. That ain't what you like. But it's here to stay.
Yeah, they're gonna of course, for the younger people that love, like you say, love anime, comic, or whatever, it's gonna still be around. And I like it. Like I say, I ain't never knew nothing about it until I came down there. I was like, oh, there's some different kind of cars down here. Hold up. Like I was expecting to see, you know what I'm saying, just paint, big rims, whatever. Nothing else. Like when I asked Skullkeeper, I want to get it, how long it takes him to set up. You know me, all I'm doing is getting out, wiping down,
putting your tent up.
And putting my tent up. Well, right. But then when they was telling me about how long it takes them to set up everything, you got to be appreciative of that. That's different. That's so time consuming. You got to it take you 45 minutes to set up and take down.
Was that the guy with the poles?
Huh?
Was that the guy with the poles, like the velvet rope poles?
No, that's Corvette.
No,
with the feathers.
With the feathers.
Oh, yeah,
that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. I ain't. Kudos to you.
I love to see a good setup though, because I'll be like, even with the tents. I mean, for me, I'll be like, dog, I ain't pulling my tent out today. Call me lazy, but I do respect them setups. How they be took some time and patience.
Yeah.
The game has evolved. All right, so moving on to the next one. Build culture and standards. What are the unspoken rules of quality in the car community? How do trends and social media influence what's considered good? And now, hold on. Let me say this too. When it comes to themes, to me, and it's just my opinion, and don't take this the wrong way, even though y'all may, but I don't give a shit. I think non-themed builds have a longer shelf life. That's just me. And you will see that most of the builds that are being kind of like 1.0, 2.0, 3.0 are themed builds. I think they have a smaller shelf life. I just do. Because if you see one themed car for more than 2.5 seasons, they're kind of over it. But a non-themed build does not have that same, I ain't gonna say an asterisk on it, but they're not like you can bring the same blue Cutlass out and don't change a thing for 5 years and nobody will bat a fucking eye.
Man, you gonna have to change the rims or something.
In this side of the community, no, I'm thinking about changing. No. Like I feel at this point now. No, I feel like maybe 2-3 years, right? With a non-themed vehicle, maybe 2-3 years. But like I say, I appreciate themed vehicles because you have to really think of what you're gonna do next. If you keep it the same theme,
right?
It's hard. Like it's like, you know what I'm saying, Skip. You got to think outside of the box. I'm gonna keep this theme, but I got to change it up from what I already did. I got to either change up a different wrap, a different layout on the wrap, different props, different setup, different like there's a lot other than somebody, hey, I'm gonna change the paint, I'm gonna change the rims, I'm gonna change the interior.
Gotcha. And
I ain't gonna lie to you.
And that's what makes his statement all the more true. We're going to use Chameleon King with the blue Corvette. This car has been the same for 5 years. It now is starting to look dated because it's the same. It's winning still, but we don't really have to judge it because nothing has changed besides the amount of trophies.
Yep.
With a theme car, you can't do it. Won't last that long because it'll look faded, which is, I understand what you're saying. So now we can use Batman and Pennywise. She changes her car to the point where once you take a walk around it, the next time you see it, something has changed. Right. Now, this time it was an extreme change because she just wiped it out and redid everything. And I get it, but it won't last as long being a theme. I get you. You're right. But some cars, just like the Batman car, he don't have to change that one because it's such an iconic character. Now, if it's one of those lesser known characters or lesser talked about characters, it'll play out. You get what I'm saying? But that Batman car, it's going to live forever because it embodies everything Batman, that particular car. Now, there are some Batman cars that just, you know, it needs a little touch up here and there, but he keeps it in such pristine shape that I think that one will stand the test of time. But
like Transformers,
something
is another example. Transformers they stopped making movies, and the allure of it kind of faded away. So if somebody came out next season with a Bumblebee Camaro, would anybody be like, "Ooh"?
No,
not really. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But
so if I had a Bumblebee build from 4 years ago, now that's 4 years of time where the luster is just gone.
I think Batman is more iconic than Transformers.
Exactly. That's what we're
first
saying.
of all. So that theme, I'm sorry, I had to use the bathroom. Sorry. That theme just kind of stands the test of time a little bit longer because
that's what Skip
I can't remember. Sorry, I wasn't here. I don't remember any time in my life where Batman didn't exist. I remember when Transformers came along. I don't recall not ever knowing Batman. You know what I mean? So to that end, we've seen a million iterations of the Batman car, Batman. You know, I don't think that would ever get tired. Not that one.
Yeah, that one, it'll stand the test of time, but there's not too many more that will. You know, but that's why you have to change it. And then, like what Miss Pennywise did, she changed her color and everything, but it's still the same theme, so to speak. You know, it's still Pennywise. What's it called now?
Nightmare.
Nightmare. Yeah, because now she brought all those other characters into it, and it just took it to another level. So, yeah, what you're saying is accurate.
So, on Instagram, Kim Possible says, "I want to change up, but how often do you change up?"
When you're ready, when your money allows you to.
That get ugly.
At the end of the day, it's still all about you, your finances, and what you want. If you're building for somebody else, then you're going to have money as long as I-95. If you're building it for everybody else. I get it. You want people to be attracted to it, but you still got to like it first.
I changed up in March. I'm ready to change again, but you know, money's a factor, and then you got to be realistic. Like, what am I going to gain from this? You know, type of deal. Yeah, and time, because you're gonna be down, you know.
Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie. I've seen Elite Bill go backwards. I ain't gonna say no name, but I have seen it go backwards. You take that chance because you don't know what this shit gonna look like. In the end, you can put it on Photoshop and put it on the screen and put the rims on there and roll of rims next to the shit. You know what I'm saying? But you just don't know, and you could go backwards.
I agree with this statement, Sherry. I've seen people who change the outside and have nothing on the inside. Do the car get your attention? And then you're like, ooh. Like, you know, sometimes people are changing wraps and then they're not doing anything with the interior. They don't do any trunk builds. They don't do anything with their engine, even just spruce it up a little bit. So I think money is a key factor to a lot of things. Yes. And I also think that when you own a car, like there's a difference between the car is yours, you own it, you've paid it off. You have a lot more flexibility to do more with it than you do when you're still paying for it. So I think in a lot of cases, a lot of the cars that we see that have made huge transitions are older cars that people now have the flexibility to do more with because they actually own it. So does that make sense?
It does, but a lot of these people don't give a damn.
Hey, I didn't want to say it. They got payments.
They go do it anyway. Some of them cut these cars up just to put the rims on it, and you still making payments on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Jesse, Jennifer, I don't know if it's him or her, but that statement, I'm glad mine wrapped. It ain't my rap ain't a theme you see over and over. Mine's just custom. You don't think themes are custom?
Yeah, all raps are, well, not all of them are custom, but
All raps are custom, right?
yeah,
I
they
could
are.
see some
Like,
raps
so,
that
See,
were pretty
but no, when the
impeccable.
statement was made, I'm reading it as if just because yours is not a theme, it's custom. Like that theme is not custom. You get what I'm saying? But
Skip, you
okay.
remember that rap we saw? I don't remember whose show it was. I think it was Kim Possible's show. It was blue, but the wrap and the paint was so
It was at the
seamless.
ball. It was at the ball at street royalties thing.
Okay.
The ball, the tennis shoe ball, the car show ball.
That wrap was so seamless that you couldn't tell where the paint ended and where the wrap began.
He
Oh,
said
I
it was a
remember
wrap.
that.
I was like, no, I'm talking about that car. He was like, that's a wrap. And I was like, no, I don't see a seam or nothing. It was nasty. But yeah, I know. Yeah. And that was an expensive wrap too. That wasn't no, I don't know what they cost, so I can't throw a number out there, but that one, they truly took their time with that one. It was right.
Wow. They said their rap is copywritten. Wow. Wait a minute. You can do that?
I mean, a lot of people have raps they could copyright. We know quite a few that could be copywritten just based on the design and the artwork that someone individually did. I mean, Soldier Girl, the rap on her slingshot could be copywritten. Someone created that specifically for her. I've never seen anything like it. It's a tribute to her career in the military. It's dope. We could go on and on.
I want to see that car.
Mrs. Pennywise with Nightmares, that could be copywritten,
right?
Because of the intricacy of how they put all those different characters. Hulk with his comic book theme and all the things that he put on the comic book wrap of that car could be copywritten. We could go on and on naming wraps that are custom that could be copywritten. No knock on yours, but we've seen a lot of wraps that are amazingly unique and different, and we will never see again. Those will never be duplicated. They just
right. And Jesse, Jennifer, again, I don't know which one of y'all it is, but yeah, I know you're challenging. But the thing is about copywriting, I can take that whole rap you have and take one thing off, and I'll beat your copyright because I didn't copy it 100%. So I get what you're saying is copywritten, but like Miss CJ explained, it's simple. It's simple ways around it. If somebody really wanted to do that particular rap.
You gonna sample it, Skip? You ain't
No,
copyright.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
Sample it. Yeah.
It's a remix, baby.
You gonna sample it?
You said so part of the question how social media influence things, like, man, like my truck ain't painted yet, but it drive me nuts to pull up and not be painted. Like
your face is on the side of the truck.
Yeah. I got a business wrap on, but I guess let me say more specifically painted. Flawless paint jobs, a nice paint job like what you got, Qwueen, and like a nice paint job. So social media influences that. Like, at some point I didn't know what a flawless paint job was, and then my classmate, I went over to his shop. He said, "Come see me and my brother," and they doing a basic Chevy Silverado, and I don't mean car show Chevy Silverado. I mean like go to the grocery store and get. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, this is a $10,000 paint job. And we were just, swapping workout with him. He doing the motor for us. I said, huh? 10,000? I said, I thought you can get a nice paint job for about $2,000. He was like, no, this 10,000. That's favor prices. Like, and then my eyes got big and I was like, oh, okay. And even on the rims, like, like you got to come with it if you're going to be doing the social media thing. And a step further, I'm creating a YouTube channel around all this. Like, you have to, man, these people want to see you spend some money, and they don't call it spending money, but they want to see you do something exotic. They want to see you Hellcat swap something. They want to see you, LS swaps are cool and dope, but they want to see you do something a little bit different. So for me, in my situation, I know social media influences that, and that, like, yeah, I want a fast car, but I'd rather not LS swap it. I'd rather Coyote swap it to be a little unique and, create my content from it.
I get
No, go ahead, Skip.
No.
I was going to answer Carnage's question about a livery wrap. We just saw one at Skip's car show. TJ on his C63 had somewhat of a livery wrap, and it was dope. It was really dope. I don't know what the question, like, elaborate on what you mean about that, sir.
You
I
just
don't know if
spoke. I
anybody
think you
else
just
wants to
answered.
comment.
I think you just answered it.
Okay. It was different. It was very different. We won't see another one like it. It almost looked like somebody threw paint on it, like very artistically. If you don't know what a livery wrap is, that's kind of what that is. But it comes in all kind of shapes and forms, but that's one example of it.
Well, now we got the question in this chat and on Instagram. What's a livery wrap? So do you care to explain it to the people?
How do I explain it in words?
I just Google it. It looked like camo in a whole bunch of colors.
It could be camo. It could be. It comes in all kinds of patterns. It could look like drops of paint. It could be a geometric design. But it's a custom.
All right, I'm about to put it on the
full
screen.
color print or die cut vinyl graphics.
Lady Moparlee, that is a good observation. We didn't think about that aspect of it. I'll get to that in a second.
Look like splatter paint.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's livery. Yeah.
Yeah, that one is even more so.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it looks good. But when you say what about it, are you asking, do we judge them? Have we seen them? Carnage? But now, Lady Moparlee made a good statement about the copyright infringement thing. You can't take something that's already copyrighted, like a Hulk image or a comic book, and re-copyright it by putting it on a car. That would be copyright infringement.
Right.
I don't understand what if you're copywriting your rap. I don't know who would steal your whole rap. Like I don't.
Well, I think.
Well, we saw Hulk. We saw Hulk's car done. A dude did the exact same thing in Florida, and brought it up here to Bled show last year.
Well, I mean, I don't know this to be fact, but you probably can't copyright the Hulk. You know, like
no, you can't copyright the Hulk. It's already copywritten. But when we talk about things that are creatively done and unique, so I don't know if you got a chance to see Soldier Girl Slingshot. That's one rap design that I know someone created for her that doesn't have any images that could not be copywritten.
Exactly.
Because it's got images of soldiers, people, camo, flag. I mean, it's just a dope concept. So that's one in particular that could be copywritten. The imagery of her rap could be copywritten. Some of the other ones that I mentioned, not so much.
So when people are getting things copywritten, is it the same as when people say, "Oh, you stole my color"?
Ooh, that's
essentially.
Not necessarily, because colors are there. There ain't too many new colors out. 64 colors, am I correct?
You got 7 basic colors.
But if I create something like a new super character, we will call them
the insurance man.
You can cut.
Go ahead, Skip. Go ahead, Skip.
Okay,
go ahead. Go ahead, Skip.
Anyway, if you create something just brand new, like what Miss TJ said, Soldier Girl's rap was something that they sat down, they thought about, they drew it up, and they did it. That is what people are talking about copywriting, something that's new, never been done before, never seen. But like she said, you can't take something already copywritten, and then apply it to something and then recopyright it.
Right. So what's the best rap you guys have ever seen?
Ooh.
Best rap. Let me. I really got to think
Well,
about that.
okay. While you answer that, Skip, what makes it the best rap?
You don't see seams. There's
Yeah.
no wrinkles. All of the lines match
Hold
up.
on. There's layers to the question.
Okay.
So, what's the best design you've ever seen, and then what's the best application you've ever seen? Because those are two different things. I've seen some really dope concepts that weren't applied well.
Yeah. And I'm gonna name that one too when we get back to that question. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say it. But the best rap, there's two. I'm gonna say Swag Pack Shaq's first one, the marble thing.
Yeah, that was dope.
And Pennywise's rap now. It flows all up under the hood and everywhere.
I definitely, yeah. Hers is probably my top.
Yeah.
Under the trim panels of the hood?
Yeah.
When you raise the hood up, it's done.
Everything.
Engine bay too? No, I wasn't being funny. I'm being serious. Like I haven't seen.
She got the parts on the engine bay. Yes.
Her car is complete. Now it ain't the engine bay is not wrapped because the heat gonna melt the wrap. It was
sprayed, ain't it? Or dip, plastic dip, right? Plastic dip.
No, not plastic dip.
Hydro dip.
That.
There we go. Okay. Yeah.
That.
Yep.
It's funny. I was being serious. Help to educate the young buck.
You was out there. You should have been looking instead of just walking around talking.
I told you I left because my son got sick. I was serious.
And he was at the food truck. He was at the food truck. So he's an international young chef. So
now to get I guess the next part was what makes a rap wrong. What was the question? What
the application of the rap?
What makes it the best rap?
We've seen seams. We've seen cuts. We've seen people's raps that they cut a piece out and like stuck it in there.
Yep.
Like,
we've also seen raps where I ain't gonna call his name. I was gonna do it, but we've seen raps where there's like, say, a logo, a Louis Vuitton logo or a Gucci logo, where it doesn't meet up from the hood to the quarter panel, where the lines.
No way.
Shit.
I've seen raps like, so people when they wrap their cars, they ain't wrapping their door jams.
Yes,
that's the way you should do it. And
right.
if you don't,
no, I done seen some raps. Once you open up the door, I see the rate. Oh hell no.
They wrap is green, and then their door jams is purple.
It's black or whatever. I would never.
Why do they paint like that too?
Yes, Carnage, you can. You can PPF wraps. You definitely can.
That's the hardest part to wrap.
Can they PPF wrap? Put that clear
paint
coat
protection film over the wrap.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of people do the bumpers, the hood, the fenders, the mirrors.
Yep, everything that a rock can hit, you should, because that'll protect it. But the application of Pennywise's rap and Shaq's first original rap, the marble one, were so flawless because you didn't see seams, you didn't see wrinkles, and everything matched up. It flowed like it was supposed to. His had the thunderbolt lightning strikes through it, but every one of them, when it went from door to door or from door to pillar to trunk to quarter panel, it lined up. So it flowed all the way through. What's up, Big Jeff? But when you, as a judge, and I said this, Ms. TJ, says this also, our job is not to tell you how good it looks. Our job is to find fault. And when I look at a car, I'm automatically looking for what's wrong. And I see it instantly because I'm not, caught up in the fact that, that's nasty. Then I'll say, hey, look, touch that up. Make sure you wipe that down. Make sure you do this. Oh, I didn't see that. Because you're so caught up in looking at what's right there in your face. Go ahead.
Hey, and it ain't favoritism, because D-Lane, I was standing right beside Skip. And like I said, we all talk about it. Whatever. He went right over there to Nigel. Nigel, you hit something?
Yeah.
You hit something right here. No,
He tried to play it off like I didn't see it.
Bumper.
huh?
His front bumper.
The
No,
back,
No,
the back, the
side,
back
whole
row.
side. Yeah, the side.
the
and
whole
the-
side. He got sideswiped, but it flowed with the kind of
crazy.
wrap he had.
It did.
Crazy.
I ain't told this story. I got to call and check in. What happened here?
He's
We
like,
don't
"You
know
got
what
it back." I was like,
happened,
"You
but
got it."
because
Like,
Skip
no,
felt
man.
it, he was like, "They don't go with it."
I said, "That don't go with that." How'd you see that? Because of my job. Anyway, but I pointed it out to him.
But that's what
So
I'm saying.
hold on.
That's your job to find it. But it's crazy how it flowed with the wrap because he already had the wrap had the had the little scratches
All
look
the
or whatever.
colors. Yeah.
That's so crazy. That's so crazy.
So that brings me to minor boo-boos. We're not talking about something that's actually baked into the build. We're talking about little oopsies, little boo-boos. Should people not compete because of minor boo-boos?
Skip don't give a damn. I'm here to tell you that, and I will never forget
they
this
should.
experience.
I think they should, Sherry. Sherry, you should bring your car
It
out
depends on
anyway,
what you're
Sherry.
competing for. You know, if
Hey.
you're competing in best in show, good luck.
I don't
Well,
give
see,
a damn.
The
Skip don't
thing
give a
is,
damn.
you can come with minor boo-boos. My job, I tell people this, how I distinguish best of show or first place from second place, if that's the case. If you have Mr.'s car and Miss TJ's car, both of them are Camaros, both of them have wraps. He has 22, she has 24s. He didn't clean his, but she did. That right there will put her one notch up. Now, she has scratches everywhere, he doesn't. Now they're back even again. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not comparing what this car looks like versus that one. I'm comparing the number of blemishes. So you can have boo-boos and still win.
Yes,
It's just
I'm
how
calling you
many.
out, Sherry. I'm calling you out, Sherry. Even though you need to replace your splitter.
And she don't really need to do that because the car is tight. Oh, I want
I
my
don't even
splitter.
understand why she's like, it's just, I gotta replace my splitter. It's missing and you can tell. But the rest of the car is fire. I mean, you missed the whole car season. Sorry. I said it.
But yeah, I when I'm judging cars, I look at the amount of flaws or blemishes or boo-boos, whatever you want to call it. And I say, okay, he has 4. Now, when I'm down to the best in show, and people automatically know which cars are going to be in running for best in show. Okay, this one has 4, this one has 3, this one has 4. So now I got to compare those two again.
Are they equal? Are the blemishes equal?
It's according to whether they're big dents, broken windows, ripped up paint, ripped up. Now, if it's just scratches or something as simple as you didn't wipe it down in that area, that's a boo-boo. I don't have
So
maybe
a scratch and not being wiped down are equal blemishes.
Yes.
Okay.
Hold
because
on.
a scratch could be uncontrollable because if you drive the car every day, I can't expect it to be perfect.
How much grace? Here's another good question. How much grace do y'all show towards age? And
age
and depreciation.
Now, there's a difference between age that's worn age that we can see and age in just a number, because a 1970 is a 1970, but the quality of what the appearance looks like overall is going to weigh more than the age of the car. So it doesn't depreciate in that sense. Okay, the modern
I'm talking about modern cars. So like,
and I can say
the sides of the seats are the threading of the sides of the seats are kind of busting from just wear and tear, and it's starting to show in a build. Do you show grace because that's wear and tear?
No, no grace for that. Sorry.
No.
Well, how you show the grace for that? Don't show the grace for that, but you show the graces for the scratches. And I'm just looking at the
if you're showing your car, your interior gets points, just like every other surface of the car. So when I'm looking at an interior of a car and you got a dirty suede that you ride in every day, that's not show car quality. It's just not. A show car.
Stone Cold said so. I said that's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. If you wear it out, you can't expect to come there and just dominate. It's wore out.
Right. I would give more leverage to a minor scuff than wore out seats in a car. Because you can't affect something that just happened. But you've been riding in these seats for months, years.
No, that's a little bit of a contradiction though, because if it's an old school, then you're saying you're showing a little bit of grace because it's old school, it's a 1970, so you expect it to have some age and some depreciation.
No, not at all. I'm expecting a 1970 to be in great condition if you're showing it. We're talking about showing. We're not talking about driving. Those are two different things.
And Mark, we're not talking about just stock cars either. Now, if it was all stock cars, then that argument you're giving would apply. But we're talking about customized, modified cars. So it could be a 1950 or it could be a 2025. We're still looking at modifications, appearance, and everything else.
Go ahead, Queen.
Hey, this is a new thing. Because this is more so a car audio thing. Hey, how do y'all feel when y'all judging about the smell of some of these vehicles?
Man, you keep on saying that. I hadn't experienced that, but I also don't jump in these folk cars. So
I really don't, but I'm just saying. I'm saying as judges.
I have smelled cars.
Oh, okay.
I have stuck my head in a car, or the door was open and I leaned in and look at the ceiling and whatnot and smelled it, and it has no effect on me. It has no effect in the car. That's body odor. That's personal stuff. We're talking about appearance, what people see. A lot of people are not going to let you get in their car, so you'll never get a chance to smell it. So how can I gig you because you have a body odor?
I told you.
I'm talking about the body odor. I'm talking about. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about body odor. I'm talking about.
Just say maybe a hygiene category.
Hell no. I'm talking about skip. You got to think about it. Like I say, it's different. It's way different. Like it ain't hand in hand. So you've got demos, and you know that wind blows back at you. It ain't nobody's body odor. It ain't no body odor. That's the car. That's the car body odor. And that, because it's people that smoke, it's people that don't clean it, it's people that think about it also. If you ain't cleaning it good and you got all that fur and stuff in there and them smells stick in there.
I see you don't like the fur, huh? It's the fur.
I didn't say I don't like the fur. I'm just saying. Hey, let me tell you something. If I had fur in mine, vacuum, sprayed, you know what I'm saying? But that's the reason why I will say that I'm scared to go around and get demos. I don't get the people. Yes. I don't go around and get a lot of demos because I know if it's windy and I know you smoke and I know that you ain't about to smoke for life. In your shit. What?
Scar for life.
About you, Skip, but I
am scar for life.
It's been a factor. I said I don't know about you, Skip, but I would factor in the smell into my overall interior score. It may not be something I write down, but the number might be a factor. You know what I'm saying? I might not write this car smells, but in my total assessment, it may factor in giving that car a 5, 10, or a 20. You know what I mean?
I understand that, but being straight across the board, if it does not apply to why the car is here, then I don't apply it. You get what I'm saying? Now, the next time I look at that car, I ain't sticking my head in it.
But show. So,
but that's just being truthful. Yeah. So if we took, as a judge, from the judge point of view, if I looked at everything that irked me or I didn't like, a lot of cars just wouldn't win. Because I can't.
Stone Cold says so.
Because I can't put my personal thoughts of what it should be on that car or that person. I have to judge what's in front of me. Now, if this was one of those situations where I'm supposed to drive it around the track and test it out, test drive it, so to speak, yeah, that applies because you should have cleaned this motherfucker. But no, I that doesn't sway me one way or the other. It won't sway me.
Wow. So they have a point system based on the year of the car. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Lady Mopar Lee says up north, you get extra points for the car being older.
I don't agree with that.
Let's not get into the weeds about age because we already tried to have a debate about what's considered old school.
Right. So but when they say, and I'm assuming, like you said, Miss CJ, something like up north, just because it's older, you start out with 2 more points than somebody else? That's not fair.
I disagree. That's like a bonus.
Okay.
Is it not harder? The older the car, the harder the modifications.
No.
Well, no, I think that
Majority of the time.
I think that from a judging perspective, old schools tend to have, I'm going to agree with you, Brittany, Bam, that old schools always kind of have a leg up. Like if an old school is at a show and we're really talking about best of show and it comes down to the best of the show and that old school is pristine, old school gonna get it. I mean, and it's not even a numbers thing. It's just the car is in pristine condition and it's 40, 50 years old. You know what I mean?
I understand that aspect of it. But to say, since it's 1980, it automatically starts with 2 points where the 2022 is at 0 because of the age of the car is not fair in the grand scheme of things. Because if they're being judged on like my judge sheet, I think I have one here.
Mister, you could pull one up on the computer you're on.
It's broken down in the categories. So there's nowhere here where it says if your car is an 80 or older, you get 2 extra points. No, I get what you're saying, Miss CJ. That does apply. The look of an old school would, push it over the top if you're picking the best of show or first or second place. But to outright say, since it's an old school, it gets 2 extra points, in my opinion, is not fair. Because why would they be given that advantage? You chose to get that old school car. I
think that we unconsciously give more credence to old schools.
I'm just about to say that.
Unconsciously, we may not give them 2 more points when we're judging, but what we think and our perception of an old school is automatically in there. That's what I think when I'm judging.
If you had an old school, equal paint, equal interior, equal rims as a 2015, you're gonna get that nod to the old school. Like everything's equal rim, equal paint, equal motor, equal everything. You would get a nod to the old school. I can't say for sure you would, but I mean I would, and I know most people I know about cars would. If everything's equal.
And I get it. People say it takes a lot more to get an old school up to par these days, but up to par means up to the standard of current, in my opinion, when we're talking about modifying these cars. So you can't take a 2025 Camaro or the last year they made them, whatever it was, and compare it to a 69 Camaro because the nostalgia, the uniqueness of it is going to say, oh man, that old school fire. But if I take both of them frame off and powder coat them and do everything else and paint them up the same, I can't necessarily say that I would say, oh, it's the old school because it's the old school. It's about the overall look, presentation, and everything else for me.
So you somewhat dancing around the question if they were equal.
I'm sorry. What's that?
Lady Mo Parley said, "Are y'all seeing the entire comment?" We saw the entire comment. We did. We're just talking in general, though, in terms of specifically how we judge. We saw your comment in reference to what happens up north and what happens in regard to the years of the car. If it's from 2010 to 2015, it gets 2 extra points. We saw that. We saw the whole comment. But we were very specifically talking about how Skip and I judge.
You ever be riding on the highway and you see a car so old, you be like, God damn. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, Mr. Greg didn't come this year. He just had hernia surgery. That's why he didn't come. The guy with the 1929 Ford that he drives around, that he put on the turntable, that car cranks up and drives. He brought it out to our first girls show at the Black Wall Street. Remember, Miss CJ? Mm-hmm. And he drove it through the parking lot up to where he was parking it at. I don't look at that car and say, God damn. I mean, I look at the nostalgia of it and say, oh, he's still driving it. But it's still got to be up to par in order for me to give him the nod just because it's old. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I just think there's a period that has been whitewashed out of car culture history, meaning we stopped at a certain point, like 87 or something, 96, and then now we at 2014. It's like what happened to all them cars in the middle? Like it was some heat back then. Then when you see one, because you ain't seen one in so long, you be like, oh,
Grand Am.
Yeah, like the Grand Dams, the
G8.
Y'all need to
a
stop
lot of
that.
cars.
Y'all need to stop it.
We just playing. We talking about something real specific with that Pontiac Grand Am. The Bonneville. Was it a Bonneville, Skip?
Yes, Bonneville,
It was a Bonneville.
Grand Am, Grand Prix.
I had a Grand Prix.
The Grand Am was supposed to be the sport version of the Grand Prix.
Yeah, those things are nasty.
Then they had the GT. What? Just laugh.
Those are nasty. Those are really nasty cars.
They were. I mean, I remember.
That.
I'm older than you, so I very remember specifically that era of Jordans. Just the D-boy look. It was just, you had to have the Jordans, you had to have the sweatpants. It was a certain jersey you had, some chains, and a Grand Am. It was very iconic. If you were there and you experienced it, you understand what I'm talking about. And I'm a little older, so I remember that real specifically.
They had high tops in the Grand Am.
Yeah, Jordan specifically.
You know what? That high right, low left.
What you still talking about?
High right, low left.
It's on the
very much, very much, very much, very much. Yep.
Now that car right there, the Ford Escort GT. I wish I could find one.
I've struggled with the station wagon version.
I would drive. No, I'm talking about the Ford Escort GT. I would drive that car today.
What year range?
I think it was 90s, early 90s. The Ford Escort was a square body. Then they had a GT version. Man, if I could find one, every day.
I'm talking about this one, the one like a sports car.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like the red one at the bottom.
Look like a diet Mustang.
Go back one page. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yes, sir. Yeah, that right there, man. Them cars were so nice, man.
I hated.
Yeah, I had
cars.
this.
That's a doctor, right? That's a Ford Escort. Ford Escort.
Hey, but let me tell you. When you talk about putting 212s back there in that hatchback, man, loudest thing since sliced bread.
Yes, sir.
Oh, they did used to do those up in audio bills.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
And if they get one now, it would break records. That car,
this shop here where I'm sitting at right now, they got one sitting in the shop. They don't own it. Somebody owned it, but who used to do a lot of business with them, but they just leave it sitting in the shop.
Oh, a Cavalier.
It's actually on the showroom floor.
That's not how you feel a Cavalier, but we know what you're talking about.
That's always kind of stuck me as baby mama cars. Is it me?
Is the Cavalier the baby mama car?
Yeah, that was like the pre-Ultima.
Yeah, baby mama car. Y'all stupid.
Yeah,
there's so many baby mama cars. This is definitely one of them.
Depending on who you talk to, they call the G-Wagon the baby mama car.
Facts.
Now that gray one is the ugly one. That's the ugly one right there. That red one and that gray one right next to it. What a gold, yeah, that one. That's the ugly Cavalier right there, boy.
Well, that was a new version of it. Yeah.
That red one was hitting.
That's the baby mama car.
That's definitely a baby mama car right there. Angelo, your mom had one. See, there we go.
Now that looks like a little sport version of it. I like that one. Back then, I would have liked it. No.
Who had a Metro Geo though? For real.
I've been in one. I never had one.
A Metro Geo. Don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've been in one.
You ain't been in no Metro Geo. Them shits is smaller than me. I can put that car in my pocket. Put in a Metro
He wasn't always
Geo.
that big.
You know how tall, you know how old that car is?
And you know how small that car is?
I wasn't always 300 pounds, lady.
When you was born, you was in it when you was born.
You've been 6 feet a long time. You've been 6+ feet a long time.
He been in it when he was born on the car ride home, and that was it.
He was skinny though.
I'm gonna send y'all a picture.
Skinny. He was
skinny. Y'all, I don't know why y'all thought
he was in that car.
I ain't talking about the weight.
On the car ride home when he was born, and that was it. You weren't in that no time after that.
Wow, goalkeeper. His first show car was a 97 Z24 Cavalier.
Z24 Cavalier, and that was the one that was a sport version of the Cavaliers.
Wow.
Geo.
Right.
Boy, I'm about to cry. Boy.
So
what else
okay,
we got before we get out of here?
bringing full culture, full circle. How do we build a culture of honesty and growth without shade? How are we going to tell people going forward? How are we going to do it? Go ahead.
Stop calling people haters when they give you their opinion.
Man, they hating if they say my rims fake. I don't give a damn how you slice that.
I mean, I got that's not an opinion. But we know when you know it's a truthful opinion. When you know it's a truthful opinion, if somebody's saying, "Hey, your music is a story," stop calling people a hater. Hey, your paint has some flaws. Stop calling them a hater. I mean, they might even just say it to you off the side, away from everybody. But guess what you're gonna do when you go around everybody else? Oh, that motherfucker hater.
Exactly.
He said this, and this. Stop calling people everything ain't hating. Some people actually want to see you. If y'all hear crying in the background, my daughter's getting her hair braided. So Anyways, but just stop thinking that everybody is hating and stop running with that narrative.
Well, best way to do that is keep your opinions to yourself, unless you're asked. Don't put your current situation to be judged and for somebody to tell you that.
I thought we were doing freedom of speech. I thought we were doing freedom of speech.
The difference in freedom of speech is sometimes it'll get you shot in the mouth. Sometimes it'll get you punched in the mouth. Sometimes it'll get you cursed out. In this world, have your freedom of speech over there. Don't bring it to me. That's the issue. That's how it will be construed as hate.
But you have to
ask me, and I tell you, you can't call me a hater because you asked. If I volunteer it, of course you can label it what you want to label it because
if no one asked you for your opinion, and
go ahead.
Go ahead, Qwueen.
No, go ahead.
How do we, create some honesty amongst our peers without coming off shady?
We can't.
If they don't ask.
Because of that term you call them, you use it because I can't use it. But what you call them? Yeah, that. Because it's a lot of them. It's a lot. It's a whole bunch of them. And that's the problem. It's like it's sensitive about everything. Like everything bothers you. It's like, dog, like I don't pay your bills. I don't hold you at night. Like I don't even know why my opinion bothering you. But that's my philosophy, like
I lean more towards that ideology. I believe no matter what, there's somebody that will subscribe to something, and it's frankly none of your goddamn business what they subscribe to. You have the opportunity to turn the channel and not listen. So I just don't agree with they shouldn't be able to do it, or they should get certain consequences if they do it, because somebody listening to these jokers. You know what I'm saying?
What's interesting is, and I kind of agree with the International Young Chefs, Kim Possible. I may know everything you think you're telling me. I didn't ask you, but it's just how you receive it. Being an entrepreneur and being in business, people tell me all day, you should do this, you should do this, you should do that. Have you thought about this? You should do this, you should do. I listen to all of that, knowing that I've been doing what I've been doing for almost 30 years. I don't need you to tell me what you think I should be doing because I've done way more than you as it relates to doing this, what I do. right? But I listen to it. I receive it all, and I just say okay. And if opportunity permits me to interject, I'll say I did that already. I thought about that already. That's in the
Two,
work.
two,
Those are
two, two, two.
things that we've planned already. Go ahead.
Or I think go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Oh no.
Oh, I was
Well, I was
saying two,
thinking.
two, like toot the horn.
Oh yeah. No, what I was saying also. I think that I wouldn't say it's just open to it, but when you're in the competition ring, constructive criticism is gonna come. I feel like you should be open to receive it. Okay, so say if you battling, or say if it's best of show, say they got two vehicles, we're going for best of show, this and this and this, but you open in the public, you know what I'm saying? So you lose best of show. I don't feel that you should take offense of if somebody's saying, hey, you know what? You probably should have added this to your motor. You probably should have painted all the interior of your, the firewall, all that. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, some people always want to say it's hate, or even if you lose audio competition, hey, well, I think that, song selection, you might should have played a cappella. You got to know the crowd as well. Like you say, you got to know your audience. You got to know the
Can I
crowd as
answer
well.
Angela?
So
I want to answer
maybe
Angela.
song selection or whatever. Or like I say, don't let people hype you up. Just because you loud don't mean you ain't distorted. All right? You can't keep, you just got to, when you're in competition, I feel like criticism, you should be open to it. As long as it's not disrespectful.
That is correct.
Angelo.
Good question, Good question. What do y'all think about car audio examples when somebody pulls up to a car show and get out and put all these add-ons? And we've covered this on the pod in the past about, I'm thinking he's saying props and the setup.
It ain't gonna stop nothing. I'm still gonna walk it. It's gonna get walked. It's gonna get walked with that add-ons, and you're gonna go add some more shit onto it. Add away, have fun, set up. I ain't change. Don't need to change the rules. Let them keep adding stuff. Have fun. Yeah, you're gonna get swept up under the rug, under the carpet.
Okay.
Get out of here. Go back home and try again.
I think they're talking about when you say add-ons. I'm thinking you're talking about like when you add the speakers to the outside, you put them on the floor. Yeah, the churro boxes and stuff. Yeah, adding stuff with them. When you think about
the question was, what do y'all think about it? Ain't nobody asked you about no competition aspect, dude.
No, I'm telling you. No, see, you didn't listen. You heard my words, but you didn't process them. I'm saying, like, I don't care. Add it on. It don't change anything. It's just a card. That's what they want to do. Now, if you say how I think about it looks, it's not something I would do. But as far as the competing part, it don't change the competition.
The dude that came to Skip shows had one of those boxes, and it sounded very good to me.
What boxes?
The box, they call them ranchero boxes. What you call them?
Churros.
Churro boxes.
That guy, he had one
Chucheros.
Yeah.
He had one, but what I think now, there's extreme versions of those Chuchero boxes. There's a guy in Florida with a dually, with an F450 dually.
Yeah.
His whole bed actuates up, and he brings another truck full of those boxes that he hooks on the side, and it looks like it opens up like it folds like speakers.
You talking about
and it opens up like this, and all that's add on. So when people like this dude say they'll get swept up, he just rapping.
You talking about Mike? Let me tell you something. We went to Miami. Hey, we went to Miami, right?
You went to Miami. Talking about, Qwueen.
That's right. It's Mike. I know what you're talking about.
Who you talking about?
Let me tell you something. We went to Miami, Bo, and I looked at it. I said, "Hey, let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something now. How this gonna go? We're gonna play at different times. You gonna get a different. You ain't gonna play all day, and you louder than the doggone stadium. This ain't what we about to goddamn do. Like we know it's you, it's me, and it's another fella with a white Tahoe or whatever. We all want to be heard at different times. You gonna turn that shit down. Hey, when I give you the signal, you done played about 5 songs. cut it off, bro. Like you louder than the whole. Hey, D-Lane, I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't see nobody touching him.
Hey, Qwueen.
I promise
fair.
you that.
That's fair. Skip, you ain't seen all my bills now, and I got one in the woodwork. No. Okay, one thing. I didn't know that was an attachment on his dually. Like, I didn't know that was an attachment. I thought it actually flipped open like that.
No, he got an extra attachment, like the top part flip up. Then he got an attachment that go on the top part.
Yeah, I thought it just. I thought it was flip. But Skip. They asked me how I feel. I told you I'm gonna talk my trash, and we're gonna have fun. What you mean? Like,
wrong with that. You're coming from the competition aspect. The question wasn't asked about competition. It was asked what we thought about it.
I told you I wouldn't do it.
I think they answered from a judging standpoint. If you judge in the car show, what do you think about the Chachiro boxes when you have to add it on? What do you think about that? Like, should that be allowed? Is that in the rules? Like, how do you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, say we having a stunt wall competition, then you pull up to somebody. You might pull up to somebody. Let me tell you something. Somebody here, Brady. You might pull up to somebody, right? They might come to. They might not play all day, right? But as soon as they announce, yeah, we about to do this stunt wall competition, then they start unfolding shit. Attaching shit. Then, you get what I'm saying? So what do you think about
Angelo? It's Carlos.
Yeah, like if it's allowed or like, how do y'all feel about that in a moment for competition? Is there levels to it?
Hell yeah.
I don't judge audio, so I don't know. But
no, I'm saying how big of a Chachiro box? Like, you could only have 2 attachments until you get to the next level of attachments to be in the level to compete. Like, hey, you got 2 attachments, okay, cool. Y'all battle. You got 3 attachments. But it ain't gonna be you got 3 attachments, a damn sidewall, and you battling somebody with 2 attachments.
Right. And then, Angela was talking about Carlos. Carlos has one of those old ambulance box trucks, and the whole back. I think he had close to 300 subs. I think he got like 215s or 218s or something in it. It's ridiculous.
You said subs or speakers, and I only say that to you because you're audio guy.
I say subs because I'm talking about 15-inch woofers that he's made mid-range. Okay. And then he has a whole area in the middle of it just for bass. So when people say loud stunt walls, Carlos is on another planet with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he in a zone by himself. So I've seen it. I've stood beside him. Before he built that truck, he came up here and got humbled because he had a F-150, 250, whatever, where the bed rolls up and then it opened out like a fan counter. And there was a guy Joker with the Tahoe, shut him up at Stuntfest.
No, not Joker. Not Joker.
Who was the Tahoe?
Joker
Tahoe.
Yep. The purple and green Joker with the DS-18.
Yeah. Shut him up. Made him go back to the lab. Now, once he went back to the lab, when you got money, you're
gonna do something. Yeah.
Right now, don't nobody say his name.
You say I didn't answer the question. You didn't answer the question. So judging wise, a Chachiro box versus the non-Chachiro and they similar levels, do you get a nod to the non-Chachiro, or how do you feel about it? Judging points wise,
I give a nod to how it looks. If it's sitting on the hood versus attached and it moves, then the attached one is going to get the nod over the one that's just sitting on top of the hood.
What if it's sitting on the ground?
I'm sorry?
What if it's sitting on the ground?
Okay, again, if it's sitting on the ground, then that's not an attachment. That's an add-on. If it's hooked on like what we're talking about, when it fans out and then they hook something else onto it and the wires around and it's neater than sitting on the ground, they'll get the nod.
Got it.
Well,
ladies and gentlemen, Churro box. I'm gonna get a Churro box.
On the Qwueen?
For my Qwueen.
No, okay.
You better act like you know.
Yeah, CeeLo.
I'm gonna have little controllers and my bike gonna be vibrating.
Oh, and you're gonna fall off. I'm gonna tell you right now.
I'm not gonna be on it. I'm gonna be standing there at the box.
If you ride, you're gonna fall. Like how they say,
I ain't gonna ride.
You can fall.
Just know we not riding. We're not
Okay.
riding the Qwueen anyway.
I'm gonna give me a tutorial box too.
So
Go
Angelo
fall.
Carlos got rid of the big truck. You said he got the blue Silverado. I know about the blue Silverado, but I know he had that big ambulance box truck one with the 34s on it or whatever it was.
Mm.
So he got rid of that. But anyway,
Okay.
All right, good people. This has been a barn burner. Hopefully, everybody learned something. Make sure you send up some prayers for everybody we lost on 9/11. And hopefully, we learned something today about freedom of speech and what you can do with your voice and the consequences of how you feel. So, should you tell somebody's bill is trash? I don't know. Hopefully, you got an answer tonight for that. So, yeah. Shout out to D-Lane, new addition to the Atlanta CarCast family. If you missed that part of the show, he is here. Nighthawk is on vacation again. He will be back.
No, he's not
we
on
got on
vacation.
vacation in pool. He's
He
not.
is training for a new position.
He's training.
He's training.
Oh,
He's
he
leveling
working?
up. Yeah.
He working? Ah.
Man, that man makes so much money. It's crazy, man. You got to tap me in, Nighthawk. I know
You
you
gotta
watch
take.
it.
Hey, you take. Hey, Bled wife, if you listening.
I asked first, Julie. You don't even know her name. You don't even know her name.
I don't give a damn. Bled's wife is her name.
She must be like cool.
People say, hey, Demetrius, Queen Kong's husband. So shit, same thing.
They call my wife Miss Skip.
Exactly.
They call him Mr. Jakes. Last name not even Jakes.
Nope.
And he answered to it too, don't you?
Yes.
See?
Same thing. It don't
That's
matter.
Julie.
Y'all just threw y'all husbands under the bus.
We could just, like buy each other gifts, Julie.
It's a badge of honor.
Hey, but guess what?
Wait till my lady say that about
y'all know Demetrius love it over here, so it don't even matter.
That's
what love it over here.
My husband. Okay, anyway.
Wrap it up, Mark. Wrap it up.
Anyway.
All right, so the tally for the evening.
Next week we will be talking about Halloween and Halloween shows. I got a bunch of flyers to share next week, so stay tuned.
Yep. Season is not over yet. More to come. I'm looking at the tally right now for everybody that called me Mark, and we're about at $15. So let's send $15 to the Cash App.
Who agreed
My name is Mr.
It ain't on your birthday.
TJ.
It ain't on your birthday.
John. And that is
get it right. John Williams, since you want to put it out there. I ain't saying
John
my
Williams is here. I can never pronounce Queen Kong name. She got one of them names.
And don't even try it.
I will.
Don't.
Why?
Don't. Hey, cut the camera. Go to the music. Go to the music. Cut this shit off. Cut it off. Y'all.
I saw. Hey, before speaking of names, I saw a funny video.
Name. My son has your name without the I at the end.
Cut it off. I
saw a funny video about kids' names, and they say it's a conspiracy. They say you ain't never made a baby named Keisha and Tyrone. They say all Keishas and all Tyrones are born at the age of 25 and 30. You've never seen a baby named Keisha.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where you get that from, but
that's what they said.
That's
anyway. We gonna get out of here. Same bad time, same bad channel. We appreciate y'all for joining us. If you have not subscribed and you like what you hear here, you like what you're seeing, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. We trying to do this for the culture as we've always done this. We've been doing this for almost over 6 years now.
8 years.
So it don't matter if it's 2,000 people, 200 people, or 2 people. We still gonna be here for the culture and to push the culture forward. And we appreciate everybody for joining us. This is Atlanta CarCast, and we'll see y'all next week.